Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I'm your host, Nina. Today we are doing World Toilet Day. Toilets are human rights. Okay, and this is part one. Speaking of toilets, interestingly, I passed by this really different restaurant when I was in Ximen the other day, and it's toilet themed.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of that one?
I have heard of it. I've actually been there a couple of times.
Oh, really?
It's very close to my house, so I walk by it all the time.
Yeah.
And I first went maybe 10 years ago when I was new in Taiwan and wanted to try interesting things. So I went to the toilet restaurant, and then last time, because I had some family visiting and they were young kids, and they were excited to try the toilet restaurant.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what it's like there? Like, is there just a bunch of toilets there, or how does it work?
There are a bunch of toilets. Most of the seats in the restaurant are actual toilets that you sit on.
Okay, makes sense.
And then a lot of the things or the dishes that food is served in is in the shape of toilets or other things that you might find in the bathroom.
So what about the plates or bowls that you eat off of? Is there any toilet design?
Yeah, it's like you're eating out of a toilet. So you're eating like a curry out of a toilet or some chocolate ice cream out of a toilet.
I don't think I could do that. I don't think that's very appealing to me. But it could be definitely something interesting just to see or try for once, right?
Yeah, I think it's fun, especially for kids and younger people.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, maybe I'll go try it out someday.
Well, maybe you can try it out for World Toilet Day.
World Toilet Day, okay.
All right, let's learn more about what we can do on this day.
People need to go number 1 or number 2 every day. For most of them, it's easy to use a toilet in a bathroom. The toilet is usually safe, clean, and private.
Hello everyone, today we are looking at part 1 of an article called World Toilet Day. Toilets are a human right.
Okay, let's get into the article. People need to go number 1 or number 2 every day. Number 1 and number 2. Well, I think everyone knows in English, number 1 is peeing, right? And number 2 is pooping. But what's interesting, I just learned recently, is that in Taiwan, it's the opposite, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's the opposite numbers. Maybe, English speakers think one's more important than the other and it's different in Chinese. I don't know. But yeah, people usually use these numbers as a way to not directly say what they're going to do. So it's usually considered rude to talk about peeing or pooping. So you might just say, I'm going for a number 2.
Okay.
All right, continuing with the article. For most of them, it's easy to use a toilet in a bathroom. All right, so a bathroom is a place, a room, which has usually a toilet and a sink, and maybe even a shower, somewhere to wash yourself. So there's many words for a bathroom. You could say restroom. In Canada, we'd often say washroom. And in Europe, they might say a WC or a water closet, as that's short for.
Yeah, and I think in England, they say toilet, actually.
Just go to the toilet. That's right. All right, let's go to Tina.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 Bathroom, 名词，厕所、洗手间。The bathroom is at the end of the hall. 洗手间在走廊的尽头。接着我们回到课文当中。
Okay, continuing. The toilet is usually safe, clean, and private. So clean is an adjective and it means not dirty. For example, the kitchen is clean now. Okay, so yeah, toilets are usually safe, clean, and private. I'm sure everyone has been to a not so clean toilet and really not like that experience, huh?
Yeah, there's definitely I've been to lots of other countries where, yes, the toilets are not always so clean as they might be here in Taiwan. All right, and they're also sometimes not very private. So private is an adjective, and it usually means for one person or for a few people, but not for everyone. And when we say that a place is private, we mean that there is no one else there except for usually one person in the case of a toilet, or maybe just a few people if you don't want other people there. So it just means without other people.
Okay. All right, let's go to Tina for now.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 clean 形容词干净的 Make sure your hands are clean before eating 吃饭前请确保你的手是干净的 Private 形容词隐秘的有隐私的 Let's talk in a more private place 我们去一个比较有隐私的地方谈一谈接着我们回到课文当中
All right, so World Toilet Day is somehow going to solve these problems that I guess in some countries there are not clean and private toilets.
Yeah, I'm guessing that might be the case because not everybody can have immediate access to really like clean and safe and private toilets. And I think because we have it every day, it's so normal for us, right?
You know, I've noticed in Taiwan, there are lots of toilets everywhere. It's very convenient to find a toilet because many convenience stores have bathrooms, have toilets there.
Yeah.
Also, there's every MRT station,
Yes.
so you're never really that far from a toilet.
Yeah.
And I find that really nice and convenient.
And most of them are actually very well maintained, right? They're clean. So I feel like that's very important, especially for girls. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier when you're traveling or visiting somewhere. You're out of your house for a long time. It's just very nice to have that here. And I guess other countries don't have the same convenience.
All right, now let's take a break and go to the next part soon.
However, that's not the case for over 3.5 billion people in the world. Some don't have safe toilets. Others don't have any toilets. That's a big problem. Without toilets, the areas become dirty and people get sick. Also, females are at risk of attack, and some kids even stop going to school.
Welcome back. So, before the break, we were talking about toilets and how everyone needs to have a number 1 or a number 2. And usually you want to find a nice toilet that is both clean and private.
Yes. However, that's not the case for over 3.5 billion people in the world. So these people may not have access to safe or clean toilets.
That's right. So that's a lot of people.
It is.
3.5 billion people don't have access to clean or private toilets. So that is a lot of people.
Yeah, consider ourselves lucky.
Some don't have safe toilets. Others don't have any toilets. That's a big problem.
Oh, wow.
That's right. So if people don't have toilets, that's going to create lots of other problems for those people.
Yeah, and a lot of hygiene issues too, right? All right, let's go to Tina and find out more soon.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的文法 That's not the case for somebody 对某人来说情况并非如此 Case 指的是情况案例我们来看看这个例句 Many kids don't like eating vegetables But that's not the case for Jack's son 很多小孩不喜欢吃蔬菜但 Jack 的儿子不是这样接着我们回到课文当中
Welcome back. Continuing. Without toilets, the areas become dirty and people get sick. Okay, so people get sick. It means not feeling well. For example, he stayed home because he was sick. Okay, so obviously if you don't have toilets, they will have to find other places to do number 1 or number 2.
Right, so it would create a place would not smell very good, firstly, if you're living near that kind of place, but also, yeah, it can spread things like diseases and sicknesses, and that can cause people to get sick and make everyone's life worse.
Yes.
Continuing, also, females are at risk of attack, and some kids even stop going to school.
Wow. Well, of course, yeah, that is definitely why we have male and female separate bathrooms, right? Because sometimes girls feel safer using the bathroom with girls and not having guys in the same space, right? Because usually it's something more where you want more privacy, right? And you're kind of vulnerable because you're doing something.
Right, okay, so that's right. So we said females are at risk of attack. So an attack is an act of aggression and violence. In other words, it's an act where someone is trying to do harm or to damage or hurt someone or something else. So if someone attacks a person, usually they are trying to hurt them. They're trying to do something bad to them, something that will harm that person.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Tina.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 sick 形容词生病的 Mark felt sick after eating too much. Mark 吃太多后觉得不舒服。Attack 名词攻击 The village was damaged in the enemy's attack. 那个村庄在敌人的攻击中受到破坏。文法的部分刚刚提到了 at risk of 有什么的风险 Risk 是风险的意思。我们来看看这个例句 The animals are at risk of losing their home. 这些动物有失去栖息地的风险。Stop VING 停止做某事。我们来看看这个例句 Kevin stopped smoking last year. Kevin 去年戒烟了。如果说 stop to 加动词，则表示停下来去做某事。我们来看看这个例句 We stopped to take some photos of the beautiful view. 我们停下来拍几张美丽的风景照。接着我们回到课文当中。
Okay, so we've learned a bit about the problems that can be created when people don't have access to toilets. And I'm still amazed by that huge number of people.
3.5 billion people in the world. That's almost 1/3, right?
Right, so yeah, I wouldn't have thought it's that many. And now I'm starting to find out maybe why we need to have a World Toilet Day.
Yeah, wow. So we're really lucky to have access to this. And it's, definitely something that I feel organizations should look into to improve this problem.
Yeah, so I think it's more important that more people are aware of how many people of this huge number, because I personally didn't even think of toilets as being a huge issue in the world, and perhaps maybe that's why we need to have more awareness and things like a World Toilet Day.
Okay, now let's review the article again, and we will see you next time.
People need to go number 1 or number 2 every day. For most of them, it's easy to use a toilet in a bathroom. The toilet is usually safe, clean, and private. However, that's not the case for over 3.5 billion people in the world. Some don't have safe toilets. Others don't have any toilets. That's a big problem. Without toilets, the areas become dirty and people get sick. Also, females are at risk of attack, and some kids even stop going to school.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 bathroom 名词，厕所、洗手间 clean 形容词，干净的 private 形容词，隐秘的，有隐私的 sick 形容词，生病的 attack 名词，攻击。接着我们来看文法的部分。That's not the case for somebody 对某人来说，情况并非如此。Some people enjoy working from home, but that's not the case for me. 有些人很喜欢居家办公，但我不是这样。At risk of 有什么的风险 This area is at risk of earthquakes. 此区有地震的风险。Stop 加上 VING 停止做某事。Please stop talking and listen to the teacher. 请停止交谈，听老师上课。如果说 stop to 加动词，则表示停下来去做某事。Henry stopped to answer a phone call. Henry 停下手边的事去接电话。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，那我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Hey Shane, is everything okay? You look super serious right now.
Oh, I'm good. I've just got my game face on. I'm ready to crush this presentation.
Game face? But we're giving a presentation. We're not competing in a game.
No, your game face is just a focused, determined look that you put on when you're ready to give it your all.
I see. So no smiling, no joking around, pure determination.
Exactly. And I'm sure once we start giving this presentation, you'll put your game face on too.
Hi everyone! Today we're going to talk about the term game face.
Imagine you're about to play a big sports match and really want to win. You'd probably look super focused and determined. That serious expression is what we call a game face.
And while it's often used in sports, game face can apply to any situation where you need to maintain concentration and go all out, like a big exam, performance, or meeting.
Exactly. Here's an example sentence. She put on her game face for the interview and answered all the questions confidently.
Or he had his game face on and delivered a strong presentation at the conference.
Right, it's all about showing confidence and determination when taking on a challenge.
So next time you're gearing up for something big, remember to put on your game face.
And that's all for today.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.